So I think we saw you with the stash at the beginning of the year in Aberdeen. I think been keeping it all season in a season-long trend.
Yeah, for the most part. It went away for a second, but it's back.
Did
Yeah.
you like lose the mojo when you didn't have the mustache?
I'm trying to think of what I was doing when I didn't have it. I feel like I play good when I have it, so
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, it's back.
So we heard from Max that you guys were doing some dugout broadcasting. He said that he was the best dugout broadcaster. What do you have to say about that?
He is, yeah, it's not close. He's the only one who does it. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, he's the only guy who does it. He's pretty good at it, though.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's just him. He was just trying to group you guys into it.
Yeah, no one else does it, just him. Yeah.
So it got off to a little bit of a slower start at the plate in Aberdeen, then really picked it up. You carried it through to your time in Bowie now. What wasn't working for you at the beginning, and what has been working for you since then?
I think I was micromanaging my swing, my mechanics way too much, and not really getting in the box and competing, and keeping it simple. So that's really the only thing I changed. Like simplified my approach and stopped worrying about physical aspect of hitting.
Yeah, so when you say, kind of micromanaging the swing a little bit, is that a mental thing? Is it more of a mechanics thing?
Yeah, like mentally, I was always trying to be perfect with my swing. I feel like I was missing good pitches because I was swinging just to swing, not to drive the ball. I was just hoping that the ball would run into the barrel. And that was kind of like, I think one of the reasons I was starting off so slow. I was trying to be perfect, and it's impossible in this game to be perfect. So, yeah, I think I'm a lot more consistent when I'm just keeping it simple and getting in there and competing.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked to you for a while now, and the conversation has always seemed to be, swing changes, making tweaks here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that kind of, got to you a little bit in terms of what you're talking about with the micromanaging stuff?
Yeah, a little bit. I think that's been kind of the thing since even whenever I was in college. Like everybody said, my swing doesn't work, and I don't know. As I moved up to this point, I think it works, and I don't think it's much of a different game. Guys have a little bit better stuff, but I think that's kind of just your eyes need to adjust to that. So I think my swing will play fine personally, and I think when I'm trying to change it, not be myself, that's when I run into trouble. So I think I just, I have an unorthodox swing, and it's probably going to work for me. It's what I need to do. So yeah, I think I'm going to move away from trying to completely, fit the mold of the perfect swing.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly been playing here so far. Do you think, like you said, it's just kind of adjusting your eye a little bit at this level? What do you think the biggest differences are?
Yeah, I think, honestly, I feel like it's gotten easier. Maybe going from Aberdeen to here, the game's a little bit quicker, but I think it's easier in the aspect that the misses and a lot of the pitches that are thrown are a lot closer to the zone. You're just getting a lot more hittable pitches, and obviously the stuff might be a little bit better, but I personally think it's easier in the aspect that you're getting more pitches in the zone. So yeah, I think just adjusting to the speed of the game, getting your eyes ready to see 95 almost every time is one of the adjustments. You're not going to have any easy at bats. There's not going to be somebody who's no good on the mound, but yeah, I do think it's easier in the aspect that you're going to get more pitches to hit.
So you'd almost rather see close misses than like the waste pitches or kind of the stuff that wasn't as close in high A?
Yeah, it's I don't know if you ever heard that somebody say effectively wild. There's a lot of arms in the lower levels that I think are effectively wild. They throw hard, and they kind of have no clue where it's going, and that, I would say, makes that bats a little bit more difficult because you're sitting on one zone, but you never know when it's going to actually come into there. Whereas here, it's like, all right, if you're selective, you're going to get your pitch eventually. So I think it's a little bit harder to walk, but you're definitely going to get more pitches to hit at this level, I feel like.
With having an unorthodox swing, do you find it more difficult to make tweaks to it when people with orthodox swings are trying to teach it to you?
Yeah, I think that a lot of the stuff I've tried could be beneficial for most people, but may not work for me, just because I'm a little bit different. But yeah, I think it's kind of just trial and error. I want to get better, so it's not like I'm saying that I'm just gonna never make an adjustment. It's just I have to be more selective of what I try and kind of what I think will work for me. So yeah, it's kind of just pick and choose what I think may work for me. I feel like I know my body and my swing better than anybody because it's my swing. So I think I need to trust myself a little bit more in making decisions of what I think will benefit me.
Is that a difficult mental battle when there are a lot of people in your ear telling you have to be one way, but you know yourself that it's more comfortable for you another way?
Yeah, I think just in the aspect that I really want to get better, and I'm hoping that I can make the adjustments to be very successful. I think I'm over aggressive in trying to change things up at times. When reality, I just need to trust myself and kind of stick with what's working for me. But yeah, I think I get a lot of input. A lot of people try and help me, which I appreciate. But I think I just need to be selective in what works.
Gotcha.
Any specific goals here for the remainder of the season?
We got a week and a half.
Yeah.
Stay healthy, hit the ball hard.
What does your off season look like?
I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm planning on staying in Florida and training at the Orioles spring training facility at Smith. So that's what I'm anticipating, but we'll see.